the situation and draw the best out of it. So I hope and pray all of you are biting the bullet in your life, as well as I can see today you are biting the bullet by being part of this Toastmasters meeting instead of resting in your cozy bed and relaxing on a Sunday. The word of the day today is ecstatic. And ecstatic is being happy, as Toastmaster Mohit and Toastmaster Dipti, despite all the challenges in the house and there's stuff which goes on, they show up every week with their happy faces and help all of us with a lot of inputs. And I think we all can be ecstatic and spread that happiness just like these two do always. Right. So this is the word of the day and the idiom of the day. What I would encourage all of you that whenever anybody use the word of the day or idiom of the day, please show a thumbs up. And you can show a virtual thumbs up for those of you who are not keeping their video active. That is encouragement for the usage of the word of the day or idiom of the day by the speaker. And towards the end of the meeting, I'll be coming back with my report. Now, I hand over the stage back to our journal evaluator, Toastmaster Mohit.
Huge round of applause for Ashish. Thank you for picking up this role impromptu. And I would now like to hand over the stage back to the Toastmaster of the day. But before I do that, let me remind you that we will come back, me and my entire team, for the overall report of the meeting at the end when called upon by the Toastmaster of the day. Thank you, and handing it over to Diptendu.
Okay, thank you so much, Toastmaster Mohit, for taking up the role of general evaluators. All the best to you and your team of role players. Now, as you can see, there is something on, and I have shared a slide. Now, I'd request any one of you to walk me through this slide very quickly. Umesh, what's on the slide right now? I can see your video is on, so you can. What is on the slide right now?
I can see a paper and pen and an exam.
Please speak louder. Just say what's on the slide.
I can see exam, a person, and it's written one night and pass with the grace marks.
Right. So this person is Suresh Oberoi, an actor. He studied one night for an exam and passed the exam with grace marks. Moving on, I can see that Ragini also has a video on. So Ragini, what do you see on this slide?
I see two pictures. One is exam. The other is picture of an actor. 1 month, like maybe person has prepared for a month and passed with grace marks is output.
Cool. So this slide says that Suresh Oberoi, the actor, prepared for 1 month for the exam and then passed with grace marks. What's common between the last two slides? The commonality is that Suresh Oberoi passed the exam with grace marks. What's different between the last two slides? That in the first slide, Suresh Oberoi studied for 1 night, and in the second slide, Suresh Oberoi studied for 1 month, but the outcome was same. Now let us look at another slide. This is my question to you all. Would anyone like to field this question? Chintan, what would be Suresh Oberoi's mindset in the first case? And would it be any different from Suresh Oberoi's mindset in the second case?
Not sure about the mindset, but their parents must have told them to study hard. Because that was my mindset with the grace marks passing on the last night.
All right. Anyone else would like to take a swipe at it? I can see Shikha is there. Shikha, if you followed the first two slides, what would be?
Maybe the approach may not have gone correct. Still, the grace marks only both situations.
Correct. Umesh also wants to take a swipe at it. Umesh, do you have something on your mind?
So the first one for the one night study. So I think the approach would be to go through from all the important questions from each chapter. And for the second second slide, it has the month. So I think for that one, the approach would be for that person will be to go through from all the important questions from each chapter, not from
All right. All right, Umesh. So what you said might result in a different outcome. But I'll tell you what the state of mind would be. In the first case, Suresh Oberoi studied for one night, barely passed the exam with grace mark. The state of mind would be just like I would have. Thank God I passed the exam. Oh God, bach gaya. I was just saved by God, and I was able to get 34 marks instead of 33. There would be a lot of fear in the heart. There would be some relief. There would be like, thank God, God, you saved me. But all of it would be based in fear, and it would be like, oh, I was just able to save myself, I could have failed. A lot of negative emotions. But in the second case, wherein Suresh Oberoi studied for 1 month, appeared for the exam, passed by grace marks, this time the state of mind would be, all right, I was able to pass, case closed. I studied whatever I could, grasped whatever I could. I have learned something. I know that I have studied something, learned something that I can apply in life. So what, I got 34 marks out of 100. I have still passed the exam. The job is done. Let's move ahead. Now, in this case, the state of mind is much more positive. It is certainly not based in fear, and the person is feeling much more confident despite what the result has been. This is what the importance of workout is in our life as well. We could choose to work out once every 3 months, or we could spend 15 hours every day working out. It could be breathing exercises or weight training or push-ups or yoga or whatever, or it could be a brisk walk in the park. But when you do workout, physical workout, even for minuscule amount of time, as little as 5 to 10 minutes a day, regularly for an extended period of time, you might not reduce your weight by the amount you wish to, but you still would feel confident. You might not be able to develop big biceps if that's your goal, but you still would feel more confident in the shirt that you wear. You might not be physically stronger, but you still would go ahead, help out your mother when she says, okay, go ahead and change the cylinder, and you you will still go ahead, try to pick up that cylinder and change it, because you have faith in your abilities. You have been working out a little bit. That is what I want to arrive at right at the beginning of this session, that what physical workout does is it affects your mind. It might not be a tangible change in biceps or abs or reduction in weight or increase in strength, but it certainly is a tangible change in your mindset. You feel stronger, you feel more confident, and you feel more relaxed. That is why working out, physical workout on a daily basis is extremely important. All right. Now let's move to another concept. You can see here that a woman is boxing. This type of thing is known as, has been given a phrase. Okay, what phrase or word does comes into your mind when you look at this slide? What is she doing? Anyone?
Venting
Boxing.
out her anger.
Practicing.
Yeah.
Deepthi, you also go ahead. Shikha said venting out anger, and Deepthi, anything in your mind?
De-stressing herself.
Yeah,
De-stressing herself.
precisely that.
Absolutely, absolutely perfect. Like Shikha said, venting out. This is also known as blowing off steam. And there is a concept which was shared by a motivational speaker. His name is Robin Sharma. He has written many books, including the very famous The Monk Who Sold His Ferrari. And one of his books and one of his talks, he mentions second wind workout. Imagine you have had a long day. You have you have got kids at home. The kids are pestering the parents. The parents have to be patient and patiently deal with the kids. Your spouse might also be demanding on your time or wanting to discuss something with you. That also gets on your nerves. Parents have some other demands. Clearly, professional work also has a lot of demands of a person. You are going through all that, and then you never know, when you are in the metro or driving your car, someone might brush past your car and damage your car. That's a whole different kind of stress. And you have absorbed, taken over all this during the day, and it's 10 a.m. in the night, you are about to have 10 p.m. in the night, you're either about to have dinner or you're done with your dinner. And that is when the concept of second wind workout comes into picture. I want you to remember this phrase. Second wind workout is workout which is done at the end of the day, just to blow off steam, just to vent out that pent up anger or pent up stress or de-stressing yourself. This can be a game changer for each and every human being, because in the night, even though you are tired, but you also have a lot of stress and baggage from the entire day, from the challenges and adversities you have faced during the day. Doing a little bit of push-ups, doing a little bit of workout right in the night can help you de-stress and have a good night's sleep without feeling burdened by what happened during the day. Now, clearly, not all of you would be having a boxing bag and boxing gloves at your disposal. But what you can do is air boxing. Shall we do it together, all together? For 20 seconds. We'll be doing air boxing for 20 seconds and we would be punching towards the lens of the camera. Begins right now. Get into the boxing stance and then go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 with energy. 14, 15, 16, energy. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Alright, so if you are not panting, if you are not out of breath, that means you did not put full effort. But if you did, I'm sure you would feel a little. It has already been half an hour. We have been sitting in this Toastmasters meeting, and I'm feeling a rush of energy after indulging in this exercise. So, ladies and gentlemen, second workout, can it also amplifies the importance of physical workout in our life in order to de-stress, in order to feel lighter and fresher even at the end of the day. With this, I would now like to move on to the very first section of today's meeting, which is the prepared speeches section. And as per my information, today's first speech would be delivered by Toastmaster Deepti. And Deepti's speech would be evaluated by Toastmaster Nidhi. So, Nidhi, are you in the meeting room?
Yes, Jitendu.
So, Nidhi, could you please share the evaluation objectives, project objectives for Toastmaster Deepti?
Yeah, sure. Hello, everybody. Good to see you all again. I have joined a meeting after a very long time, so I'm feeling ecstatic, along with as if I'm biting the bullet because it's been a very long time. It's been almost 2 months' time. I have not attended the meeting, so excitement is there. Deepti, she is based out Delhi, mother of two. She's a content writer by profession. And at Toastmaster, she is well known for her eloquent speaking style. It is her L3 elective project. Theme is focus on the positive. Purpose. The purpose of this project is to practice being aware of your thoughts and feelings, as well as the impact of your responses on others. Title of the speech is Toastmasterish is that. So how Toastmasterish is that? Deepti Sahni, how Toastmasterish is that. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Nidhi, and at the risk of sounding redundant, would like to invite Toastmaster Deepti to the virtual stage with her speech titled "How Toastmasterish Is That."
You are
Speaking
on
on
mute,
mute.
Deepti.
Oh, in our times, they used to necessarily throw a cloth on the floor to judge if a girl is mindful about cleanliness. That's how a mother in law remarked in a tea time conversation with her newly wedded daughter in law. The daughter in law took it personally. Took it upon herself to pick up every single piece of paper she found lying on the floor just to prove her worthiness. Enjoying your free lunch, Chavi? Commented a senior colleague when she saw Chavi taking a second helping of chicken at the office buffet. Chavi took it personally. He started getting a tiffin from home the next day onwards. Dear Toastmasters and friends, don't we all face such situations every now and then when someone says something that makes us believe not good enough? Think about it. If you find yourself looking for validation, Mama, am I looking fat in the stress, or if you apologize needlessly, or when you don't set your boundaries as a rule. You believe in all harsh comments about yourself and take them to your heart. And oftentimes, you view a mistake in your behavior as a character flaw. These are all signs that you take things personally. You see, it seems very easy to have a conversation when you agree with people, right? But the challenge begins when people say something you do not agree with. It is at that time you need to understand that there's a crack in everything. And it's that crack where the light gets in. That's when you need to action. You need to recognize the person before taking it personally. Today, I'll tell you 3 steps to dig deep. D stands for deliberate. Let's get deliberate when we hear something like that, which means if your reaction doesn't match someone else's action, take a break from the situation. Step away. Navigate through that situation with calm. You can't really save yourself when you're in the right middle of a storm, isn't it? But distance will help. So step away. Okay. In fact, oftentimes we take things personally because subconsciously we agree with some part of what is being said. There is a sense of underlying insecurity in us, or there are some unmet expectations we have from ourselves. Those are all reasons why we end up becoming defensive. We end up taking things personally. So when you're in such a situation, pause, breathe, step away, detach, and then maybe pause to ask yourself, why does this bother me? Get deliberate. That is what it means. The second step is to identify the intention, the I in the dig. You need to identify the intention with which it is being said so that you can process your perspective. You need to realize that someone else's behavior is a reflection of their own inner struggles. It's their opinion, it's their feelings, it's their thoughts, their words. Where's the you? It's just not about you. And that is why you need to be curious. Try asking why they said what they said. Maybe the mother in law just wanted to share her struggles when she was newly married. Maybe the senior colleague merely appreciated Chavi about his confidence and happiness with the food quality. Well, it's very often said that we judge others by their behaviors and ourselves by our intention. Let's try and tweak it a little. Let's try and understand their intention. And finally, the G. Let's get going. Find your mantra, your favorite phrase, your word that helps you stay grounded, even in the darkest hour. That'll help you lower your guards. That's when you must speak up, be authentic, and live life with integrity. Let me share a quick story. Recently, it was a regular office day. The three of us picked up our cups of masala tea and settled for our chai pe charcha break. The topic for the day was paucity of time. So when Roma complained about not being able to exercise, Rajesh emphasized the need to make time. And I gave my contribution. I added what I'd read. Time tops the list of non-renewable resources. Use it judiciously. All of a sudden, Rajesh retorted, How Toastmasterish is that, Deepthi? Suddenly, a seemingly harmless conversation had turned tables. They cheered, and I was left shocked. 1,000 thoughts crossed my mind. I reacted. I got up from my chair and was about to leave when I remembered to dig deep. I paused, took a deep breath, turned around towards Rajesh, and said with utmost grace and a sense of calm confidence, Ah, thank you for the compliment, Rajesh. I'm glad I'm learning quite a few gems at the Toastmasters, and they're all worth sharing. Care for some more? And I walked away. Pride and happiness embraced me. I patted myself on the back and went back to work because I had learned to dig deep. So the next time you're at the brim of feeling hurt or taking things personally with someone's words, would you choose to dig deep? Toastmaster Tiptendu.
Let's have a round of applause for Toastmaster Deepthi. Let us also take 30 seconds to a minute to give feedback to Toastmaster Deepthi. Feedback is really valuable, and I'm sure that Deepthi would gain a lot by hearing from all of you. You can send her a one-on-one message on what you liked about her speech, where she could improve. And Deepthi certainly did not bite a bullet in today's meeting. She actually fired one with her wonderful speech. And 10 more seconds before we move to our next speaker. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. How many times do I have to do a countdown before it really becomes irritating? I'll find out by the end of this one. All right. So second speaker, correct me if I'm wrong, is the second speaker going to be Toastmaster Neetu or is it going to be Toastmaster Mehak?
Mehak.
All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, today's second speaker is going to be Toastmaster Mehak, and her speech is going to be evaluated by Toastmaster Charu. So, Charu, I invite you on virtual stage to share about Mehak's speech, her project objectives.
Hi, good morning, everyone. And I'm ecstatic to have the opportunity to evaluate Mahak's speech, who is giving away her speech for the Pathways project, building a social media presence. The purpose of this project is for the member to apply their understanding of social media to enhance an already established or new social media account and presence. The purpose of this speech is for the member to share some aspect of their experience or enhancing a social media presence. With this, I respectfully call upon the speaker, Mehak, Toastmaster Mehak, affirmation cards. Affirmation cards, Toastmaster Mehak.
And once again, I'll repeat myself. It's time for Toastmaster Mehak's speech, and it is titled Affirmation Cards. Mehak.
I'm annoyed from the past week because of my neighbors. Well, it's certainly not because of the clash over parking, not the spag over sugar, but the spam they are creating. Since they're landing at a place called the Pearl of the Orient, the paradise on earth, the land of beaches and sunsets, and the place of Thalsa. Well, you might have guessed that right. It's Goa Wale Beach Pe. You might be thinking of the problem they are creating for me. After all, they are far, far away. Well, the problem is stories. Yes, you heard that right. Stories, Instagram stories. How can you not be offended by looking at their footwear as their OOTD, as if it keeps coming flying at you? Frankly, I've seen half of the Goa till now, and maybe I will discover the other half in their upcoming stories. How can one find so much time to update their stories? This was me 4 years ago, rolling my eyes at anyone who even posted a single hashtag blessed picture. I've always been averse from the so-called socials. I mean, why is there a need to flex your FOMO in every OOTD with that POV? Why is there a need to say, I wake up like this with no makeup, no filters, just me, the original me? We get it. You are living your best life. This was until I got a business call. Hey Mehek, Miss Nikki here. Would you like to promote my affirmation cards on Instagram? All you have to do is prepare some reels and posts that would encourage parents to purchase my product on Instagram. Well, I will pay you $75 a month. Yes, sure, I can take that offer. After all, I love money. This was my priceless reaction just 4 months back. Who would buy these cards? Look at them, a pack of 30 small cards with some words over it. What kind of product is this? I'm definitely sure there is no market for such a product. However, all I need is just some posts and some reels, and I need my dollars anyway. This was my reaction looking at those affirmation cards. So there I was on day one, staring at my screen, asking myself, how do I make affirmation cards interesting? I couldn't just say, hey everyone, buy these cards, the pack of 30 affirmation cards. No, I need a story, a way to connect. All that I've learned in marketing, I could just pick that away. So here's my first lesson. Social media is 10% product, 90% storytelling. I started crafting posts around each affirmation, like why does I am strong matter to a child, and why do parents need to give to these reminders to kids? But it wasn't all smooth sailing. Every week, I started questioning myself again. Why isn't there anyone buying these cards yet? I thought maybe I need to be louder, flashier, so I kind making the posts bold and colorful. Let me take a pause to ask all of you. Have any of you tried posting for 3 months straight? If not, let me tell you, it takes stamina. I had been posting for weeks now and still had that nagging thought. Why isn't anyone buying? And that's when it clicked me. Building a brand, especially on social media, takes time. Success doesn't come just with a few flashy posts. It's like a slow cooked meat. The flavors have to blend, the story has to deepen, and most importantly, the audience needs to grow with you. So I learned patience. The hard way, but I paid off. And then one, my final call. It's all about emotions. One day, a message popped up from a mom in Dubai saying, I love these cards. My daughter's confidence has grown so much. And that's when it really hit me. This was bigger than likes or hashtags. This mom didn't buy affirmation cards for some words written on a piece of a cardboard. She bought a tool that reminded your daughter every day that she is brave and strong. It wasn't rupees 2400 anymore for me. It was an investment in a child's confidence. And that was priceless, isn't it? This 3 months journey has been nothing short of a roller coaster. From posting stories, reels, on every single day, finding creative ways to connect with the audience, I realized something powerful along the way. It wasn't just about posting content here and there. It was about building a connection with the audience, tapping into their emotions, understanding their needs on a deeper level. What truly changed my perspective on social media was realizing Like I wasn't just marketing affirmation cards. I was offering a solution, a source of positivity, and a tool for self-confidence. Well, funny enough, this whole why would anyone buy this reaction wasn't new to me. Just last year, as area director, I heard from different Toastmasters club like one of the reasons members aren't renewing their membership was an increase in the fees. And honestly, I was convinced with the idea like why on earth would someone renew a Toastmasters membership for $60? I thought it was ultimate a deal breaker. But today I have realized like it's not about money. It's about the value. It's about the purpose behind the commitment. So, guys, this was my experience promoting Miss Nikki's affirmation cards. I would like your comments and likes in the post below. This is Mehak signing off.
Ladies and gentlemen, let us take a few seconds to provide feedback to Mehak, send one-on-one message or a group message. And I certainly would feel ecstatic the day I'm able to use the kind of words and phrases Mehak used in today's speech. Mehak, it was fantastic. Let's take a few seconds to provide feedback to Mehak. All right, as the feedbacks start trickling in, let us move to the next speaker, the third and final speaker for today's meeting. This speech would be delivered by Toastmaster Neetu, and her speech evaluator is Toastmaster Chintan. So, Chintan, why don't you take the virtual stage and share about Neetu's project and speech objectives?
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Diptendu. Today, my target speaker, Toastmaster Neetu, is going to attempt her level 2, project 2, from the pathway Visionary Communication. She is an IIT alumni. You are Neetu Maurya, right? I just wanted to make sure that I am reading the correct Neetu's bio. She is an IIT alumni 23. She loves to solve the Rubik's Cube. She loves to devour into books and she loves to experiment in the kitchen. She is hungry for knowledge and to learn new things. And we are going to witness an amazing speech today as she is trying to understand her speaking style. The purpose of the project is for the member to understand their communication style and also to explain how that style affects others. Again, this is a project where speaker is going to discover her speaking style, and I wish my target speaker, Toastmaster Neetu, all the very best.
Thank you, Toastmaster Chintan. Let us welcome on virtual stage Toastmaster Neetu with speech title Please Be Real. Please be real, Toastmaster Neetu.
Thank you. Ever been in a conversation and you're talking, but you find yourself all over the place? Sometimes the conversations just connects instantly, but sometimes it just gets awkward and sometimes tense, right? Let me share one of those moments with you. I recently got to work with an early stage company, and one day my team leader comes in and says, with full excitement, Neetu, we need to get this done in 3 weeks. I'm sure you love this project. It's such a cool idea. Now, the energy that he came with, sadly, I couldn't reciprocate because all I could think was, this project in 3 weeks? Please be real. But it was all in my mind. I didn't say it. Let me tell you, the project really was a tough one. And I clearly knew it will take more than a year and even more time to come up with the meaningful results. But how could I get across this? All I wanted to say was, is this really the priority of the company? But I hold on and instead said, all right, let me take a closer look and get back to you in the next meeting. At our next meeting, I planned carefully how to share my please be real message sanely. Now take a pause here and let's speculate. What would I have said? Do let me know in chats. And I give you 3 or possible 4 scenarios and choose one from that you think Neetu might have chosen. The first scenario could be, I was direct and pointed out the gaps in his idea. Second scenario could be, I brought detailed research to show the feasibility of the idea. Third scenario could be, I supported him in his idea and tried my best. Fourth scenario could be, I suggested rather an alternative, exciting idea to overpower his idea. Now, these could be the 4 scenarios. Let me know in the chats what might need to have chosen here. And by the end of this particular speech, you will know that what did I answer? Now, we all of us have this unique style of communicating. But today, I would like to share 4 such styles with you guys. The first is very direct communicating style. Ever come across a small kid? They're so direct. I just want dairy milk and nothing else. So direct, so to the point, and efficient, aren't they? The second style is the supportive one. Ever came across tough times and you always have that one person who you know will listen, will give you that space and make you feel heard. They are the ones who have supportive communicating style. The third are the ones who take initiatives. Ever came across a person who's always coming up with the crazy ideas like throwing pranks in April Fool or just jumping across the wall? These are the people who always make it lively and always coming up with ideas. Fourth are the ones who are analytical. Now, have you ever seen podcasts these days? Actually, very trendy. I would like to mention the host of Diary of the CEO and Raj Shamani, if you can recall. These are the people I find analytical. They're always to the point and pointing out that I'm not here to believe what you say and questioning and asking for the facts. These are the people who are analytical in nature. These are the 4 types, and I leave it up to you to realize what's your type. Now, knowing your style is actually very helpful, but the real power is when you know the other person's style. What's the fun if you don't know other person's style? The other person, as I told you in my previous story, was excited while I couldn't reciprocate the energy. What's the fun if I don't know that person's communication style? That's why the conversations become powerful when you are able to adapt to the other person's style. And let me bring you back to the particular conversation and let you know what actually I answered. If you're thinking I chose one of those 4 scenarios, I'll let you decide. I went to the meeting and I started off with being supportive. I let him share his idea and ask him, why is it worth giving a shot to this idea? That definitely bring in a clarity. Then he reciprocated and asked my idea too. I started off with being analytical, appreciated his idea, and I Bite the Bullet just shared why I find his idea to be idealistic and not being the priority of the company. Shared the details with facts, and he was convinced that that's the not right way to go ahead. Then I took initiative to come up with the alternative ideas and present them too. Now, surprisingly, he also came up with new ideas. At the end, we both came to a single goal and left the conversation fulfilled and productive, positive. My team leader initially was focused, he was direct, he came with a goal, while I dove into the details and was worried about the timeline, the resources, or the feasibility. Both our styles were different. He was very direct, I was analytical. But if you saw in the conversation, we both came to the common ground, adapted, and made it work. That's all I wanted to highlight in this speech. Your style isn't a box, it's a tool. Use it. When you know your style, you bring your best. But when you know other style, you create connections. So here we are using our conversation styles not to win alone, but to create the real connections and create a real impact together. Thanks. That was my time. Thank you.
Wonderful, Toastmaster Neetu. Let us take a few seconds and provide feedback to Toastmaster Neetu. So as the feedback start trickling in, let us carry on with the theme. And we have been talking about the effect of physical workout on quality of life. So I'd like to know from someone their preferred mode of physical workout. So Toastmaster Chintan, what's your preferred mode of physical workout? How do you like to keep yourself fit? Toastmaster Chintan.
I don't.
Okay. All right. So any workout that you'd like to do or that you must be doing, everyone does something.
The only workout I do is going to my kitchen, having lunch or dinner, and if required, then I go outside of my room,
Okay.
and that is on the urgency. Otherwise, I am in my bed, and the max steps I take is 12, 13 in a day.
All right. All right. Thank you, Toastmaster Chintan. Ragini, your preferred mode of workout?
As
Your
Neetu said,
preference?
okay, as Neetu said, let's not box ourselves in style of leadership. I also don't box myself in style of exercise. It could be walking or yoga or strength training, weight training. I distribute my week across the kind of exercises and make it more interesting. Yeah, that's
That's
all from my end.
interesting. Thanks for sharing. And Sachin, what is your preferred method of workout? How do you keep yourself fit?
Great. Thank you so much, Dipendu, for giving me opportunity to speak. I'm delighted to share my thoughts regarding the same. And good morning to everyone. My name is Sachin. Well, the reason it's very much important, basically, to keep yourself active. My preferred way of doing every day, I jog, some amount, and also I do brisk walking, some yoga posture, because I somehow believe that doing all this kind of physical exercise will definitely help you perform your work on a smooth basis. And it definitely helped me to do my work in more effective way and keep myself physically active. So this is
Okay.
what my preferred way of doing.
Nice. Thanks for sharing that, Sachin. And before I come to Shikha, Mohit also has his hand up. Mohit, what is your preferred mode of workout? How do you keep yourself fit physically?
Thanks, Tatendu. Yeah, I do resonate with everybody's thoughts, and particularly I want to highlight Chintan's, right? I think he has hit the nail on the head, right? He's not able to exercise much, and from whatever has been shared, I do believe that some of uh, this information might be good to hear and see, but it's quite impractical, isn't it? With so many things going on, we all want success. There's hardly any time left for us to uh, do all that has been shared, isn't it, Diptendu?
Well, all right. I mean, you feel that way. Thanks. I take your opinion. I take your thoughts with a pinch of salt, what I do. Thanks for sharing, Mohit. Shikha also has her hand up. Shikha, I know that you're walking right now, but how do you keep yourself fit?
Yeah, so just my view is while everybody's life is very busy, and I agree practicality perspective what Mohit is saying, but also somewhere if you make a conscious attempt to do something like right now, this virtual meeting allows me to keep walking a bit and then attend or do a phone call and then walk. So I'm doing my bit.
Nice.
So just share it.
Wonderful. Thank you. Thank you all for sharing your thoughts on how do you keep yourself fit. Now, have a look at this slide. You can see that on the left side, there is this girl who is being injected with something and she's crying. And on the right side, you see a woman. She is also getting an injection, but she is just looking at it, smiling. Now, what does it mean? Many of us either would have kids or would have seen small kids, toddlers who are quite young, and they throw a tantrum when they have to get vaccinated. They cry, and even I have cried a lot in the past before getting an injection. And even today, I get a little nervous before getting injected with a vaccine or before donating my blood or getting any sort of needle pierced in my body. But there is no reaction from me. It would be a little bit of because I get a little scared, but that would be the extent of it. And everything else would be inside my heart. In fact, my mind would also be quite relaxed, knowing that it is just an injection, 3 seconds, it doesn't hurt. And the pain, there is no pain, first of all, and whatever it doesn't last, it is barely for a few seconds. But when we were kids, we used to cry before getting injected, after getting injected, probably get angry at our parents and all sorts of emotional reaction. The message here is that when you work out, it reduces the physical and emotional responses that one has towards the situation that comes in life. The spikes in emotional response, like getting too happy or too sad, or the spikes in physical response, getting too jittery, too nervous, or being absolutely lazy, those spikes go away, and you are actually able to lead a more balanced life when faced with a difficult situation in life. Read this quote. Carl Jung once said that in all chaos there is a cosmos, and in all disorder a secret order. This quote suggests that even in situations that seem chaotic, there is an underlying order or pattern. And that is why exercise is important, because when you exercise, you're preparing your mind and body to be able to see beyond what is happening in front of you. You might be doing a lot of push-ups, but push-ups is just the physical manifestation, but inside your head a lot many things are going on. Maybe you are trying to push yourself a little more. Maybe you are trying to bear the pain that your arms, your biceps and your shoulders are feeling, but you are able to deal with it with equanimity. You just noticed that Toastmaster Chintan and Toastmaster Mohit had a little bit of unexpected response, according to me, to the question that I asked. It was a very simple question and they could have just shared what they felt, but they went on a different tangent. And that is something unexpected. An unexpected thing, unpleasant, unexpected things happen on a daily basis to us. Now, some might suggest that meditate in order to remain calm, but I say physical exercise helps you remain calm or helps you deal with the situation in a better manner. So even when you face unexpected rudeness from someone, unnecessary adversity, for example, all of a sudden your phone crashes, Mohit's laptop crashed. This also could result in stress. Oh my God, the meeting is going on, my laptop has crashed. But physical exercise helps you remain calm, just deal with the situation like it is, and move on. You go outside in your society and you suddenly see that one of your neighbors has turned hostile towards you for no apparent reason. and you feel like slapping that neighbor, but of course you cannot. At in moments like these, exercise helps in keeping your head calm and cool and collected, and deal with the situation, deal with the uncertainties better. So exercise helps in dealing with uncertainties better. Look at this particular slide. Now, how often do we get bogged down by a toxic boss or toxic colleagues? Well, even if they are not toxic, work environment can still be challenging. Even if the colleagues are friendly and the boss is understanding, it can still be challenging with the pressure of deadlines. How do you handle that pressure? Just with the help of yoga and meditation? No, with the help of physical exercise. When your backbone, when your wrists, when your neck is strong enough to deal with the pressure of sitting on a desk for 10 hours and banging away on your laptop, working with full intensities, when your eyes don't get tired, all these are physical aspects of our body, that you're able to stare in that laptop, do your coding, prepare your presentation quickly for multiple hours, then the stress doesn't get to you. You're able to do the task that is required properly. And that is why physical exercise is important. With this, let us move on to the next session of the meeting, that is table topics. And today's table topics master is Toastmaster Ragini. Ragini, I'm really excited to hear the topics that you have brought for us. Please take it away.
Thank you, Deeptendu, for encouraging us to exercise every day with all the examples and exercises you are making us to do since morning. With this note, I am Ragini. I'll be doing table topic master section today, and I have quite an interesting topics today. I would like to know who wants to go first. Okay. I see Sweta's hand raising. Okay, we'll take your attempt first. So topic to you is, have you ever tried advertising Toastmasters and what are the reactions of people? Shweta, have you ever tried advertising Toastmaster and what are the reactions of people? Over to you.
Thank you, Table Topic Master Toastmaster Ragini, for such an interesting topic. And yes, I have advertised Toastmaster a lot. Uh, I think for the reason that people wanted to know that what I have been doing on Sundays, that's what I started with, TMWD, Toastmasters Club of West Delhi. They're always like worried, where are you from 10:30 to 12:30? Why you don't pick up our calls? And I'm like, I'm very busy with Toastmasters. And then they're like, what the hell is Toastmasters now? So I'm like, then obviously I'll just begin like that. That's a platform where you can improve your communication and leadership skills. A cliche statement that everybody must be using, but it is done in a very fun way. That was in the beginning, I always used to say. But when I saw the growth, even I was not someone, if I have to say that I was very nervous or something like that, I had to improve on my communication and that's why I joined. No, I just wanted to see what more I can grow with. And that's what I saw. Along with the physical exercise, yoga, and meditation that I also follow, I think Toastmasters became another exercise that made me a patient listener. Someone who can listen and observe rather than only just speaking and let others listen, being in the kind of profession I am. So that really helped me. And that growth, I told people, you all also need. Whether you are in business or not, whether you are a professional working in corporate or not, you will definitely get it. And that's how my VP membership became a success, because I was advertising very well. And people were getting little bit influenced and actually getting to know that yes, it is an important thing that should be followed. According to me, everybody needs a Toastmaster club, not only because they need to improve on communication and leadership, but also they need to be a patient listener. Many of the mental health problems will be solved. That's my take on it. What do you have to say, Toastmaster Ragi?
Thank you, Shweta. I totally resonate. Toastmaster is an exercise. Once you stop doing it, you go back to where you have started. Uh, with this note, biting a bullet, who wants to go first? Seema, I see your hand raising. Shika, okay. We'll take Seema. Do you often get dreams of club meetings? Seema, do you often get dreams of club meetings? club meeting.
And boys, let me tell you, there used to be a time when I used to have dreams of Toastmasters. And you know what I dreamt of? To be on the World Championship stage. I saw Rupinder sir. I saw my lovely close Toastmasters holding the trophy in my hand, having my senior, my trainer, who is none other than my favorite teacher, come trainer. He is Aman Rhino. I saw all of them. Along with them, we are holding the trophy. I don't know whether we get a trophy or not. I dreamt that dream 2-3 times. And from bottom of my heart, yes, I really wish, hope and pray, may we go there, may we represent our country, may we win. Because it's proud to be on the stage, and then of course, why not? When we all stand for a cause, for a purpose, and truly see the crowd which is going to be contributed by us with a lot of panache, with a lot of wisdom, with a lot of, again, the lessons from the life one has lived. I think that's again blessing from universe. And yes, as it is written everywhere, one should do his or her karma and leave it on universe. So in a nutshell, yes, my dear fellow members, I have dreamt, and I just wish, hope and pray may it come true, and we all will be there and enjoy together. Thank you. Over to you.
Thank you, Seema. I wish you dreams will get fulfilled. I also see how aesthetic you are about
Please let
when
us
you are
the PGP
speaking
on your
the dream.
respective words, on your tongue. Thank
Okay.
you.
Thank you, Seema. With this note, I would request any guest to go ahead with the next topic. Help me, Diptendu, who are the guests?
Shikha?
We can go with Shikha.
Shika, okay. Shika, you are an existing Toastmaster or you're starting your journey?
And another club I'm a member.
Okay. So, Shika, what are the challenges you face while drafting Toastmaster projects? Shika, what are the challenges you face while drafting Toastmaster projects? Over to you, Shika.
So Toastmasters journey has been very different experience for me. Like one of the projects that I was required to do was to do a team project where a team has to come together and execute a project, and I have to share the experience of how it went and the challenges that I faced. So the first challenge is, even if you approach people, asking for nomination or anybody would want to volunteer, that does not really happen. Even if inexperienced or whatever, people would not really come forward. Maybe out of they don't want to come out of the comfort or their hesitation. So that's the reality. First time it got me a hit that people want good times, but they don't want to take the effort for it. In part of that journey, probably they would have also learned. But that's the reality that got me hit that, okay, people are not going to take that step. And I had to really push. So I had to do impromptu projects. For example, I also went about advocating about and propagating about Toastmasters, went to a co-work space, caught hold of all the people sitting out there and started educating them about Toastmasters. But sometimes projects are done impromptu, just like the way you have the table topics, impromptu projects also happen because even if you do it in the most planned manner, sometimes the reality just not responds as how you would have thought or preferred it to be. So yes, Toastmasters journey makes you learn of what you had completely not envisaged, and that's when you bite the bullet right at the moment and take the charge and still make it happen. So that's from my side. That was my journey. Thank you.
Thank you, Shika. We all resonate to the impromptu things that happen in our life, including the project drafting. A incident when you travel towards your grocery shop can also be a topic for your storytelling or your next project. Thank you for sharing your story. With this thought, I'm getting overwhelming responses from audience. Sachin, would you like to go next?
Hello everyone.
You're already a Toastmaster, Sachin? But
No, this is my actually first meeting, and I'm just trying to, get the experience like how it would be being a member with the Toastmasters Club. And
okay.
yeah, I'm finding myself fortunate enough that, with this, such an elegant speakers, I'm able to listen
Uh,
and
yeah, yeah.
and
I would. Sorry to interrupt. I would give a topic based on your
sure.
experience levels in Toastmaster.
Mm,
Sachin, if I could wish you one grant for, if I grant you one wish for life, like what it that because treat me as a genie, and you want one wish from me, what it would be? Sachin, if
yeah,
I am the genie of your life, if I have to if I have to grant you one wish, what it would be? Over to you, Sachin.
yeah. Thank you so much. If well, my request or my wish would be to grant me, the intelligence, so that I can, I can do more creative work in life and help my family, my society, the way I would like to. And you see, it is not only, helping your family to an extent, but also it is our job to help our society, to help the people who are deprived of basic necessities of life. Helping poor children to make them studies, go to school. That is something which I believe that, it's also a task everyone should take under, if by what means or by what stability they are into their life. So yeah, that is something which I would like to do. And yes, with this kind of power, I definitely would like to, boost and, pursue more courses so that I can enhance my career and devote some part of, financial aid towards the needy people and help them grow as well. So, and help my nation, my society grow on the other hand. So, I believe that this is the wish I would like to, ask to a genie for more intelligence. Thank you. Mhm.
Thank you, Sachin. Instead of wishing for yourself, you want to do something for the society. It really glad to know about you. But this thought, we can have one last topic, and do I follow the hands raised, or I have some issue? Chintan, I see his hand raising.
Yeah, I can go if there is no other guest nomination.
Yeah. Any guest wants to go? Okay, right, Chintan. Okay. Have you ever taken VP leadership position? What was your experience? Chintan, have you ever taken VP leadership position? What was your experience? Over to you.
Raise your hand if you believe that VP education is a tough job to do in Toastmasters. Now I am the living proof that how someone who doesn't know anything can jump into the river head first and somehow, with the help of team, come out, showing that I have done something. We have Ashish here. He is a proof that when I joined Toastmasters in 2021 September, then VP Education was about to leave the club, and I was assigned Associate VP Education from very first day. I took the challenge head on, Call it the madness, stupidity, or call it a genius. But from very first day, I was a VP education. As the person left the club, I became permanent VP education on the dashboard as well. And in that 1 year of my VP education, I conducted so many speech marathons, evaluation marathons. I designed mentee mentor program realignment. I did so many things because I didn't know that it was tough job. We sometimes know so much and think so much that this is a tough task and we stay away from it. I, on the other hand, didn't know what even VP education does. On the very first day, I said yes. And what it gave me, the valuable lessons for life. It helped me to become a strong team player. It helped me to become a person who can take nominations in a way that I don't need to suffer at the very last moment. I started joint meetings. I started so many things, but not because I was good at it, but because everyone in my team was good at it. So if you are hoping to become a VP education, remember it's a teamwork. And at the end, you will get the credit when your club becomes distinguished. So go for it. Thank you.
I wonder how aesthetic Chintan always feels when he speaks about his Toastmaster journey. So, with this note, I also started my journey with Table Topic Master. Uh, Guess a small suggestion, try to attempt with biting a bullet. It really gives happiness when you end the meeting, be it physical or online. Really makes lot of difference in your day to day, be it a job, be it a student. Impromptu is something that should practice in every Toastmaster club. So, with this note, I would like to hand over my control to Toastmaster of the day, Deeptendu.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Ragni. That was a wonderful session of table topics, and we are in the concluding phase of my TMOD presentation. This concluding part would just be a collection of quotes which I'd like to share with all just to reinforce my perspective on the importance of physical workout. So here goes. This is something I wrote on Facebook. Under pressure, you wrote, you don't rise to a different level, but you sink to your level of training. Now, this is not a quote by me. I heard it from Navjot Singh Sidhu, a former India cricketer. And this quote highlights the importance of working out. If you are physically fit, raring to go, your joints are healthy, you have energy in your body and in your mind, then you would be able to tackle any situation that comes in front of you in life, and actually be able to enjoy life much better, because you can't expect yourself to deliver or step up when the adversity comes. You have to keep preparing for it on a daily basis, little by little, and you'll always be there. Moving on to the next quote. This I saw this quote in a YouTube video, I think, that when doing yoga, and I've experienced this myself, and if you have as well, you can raise your hand and share your thoughts with me, that you feel that your best is enough when you're working out in a gym or doing yoga or doing a jog, or if you're walking, you feel your best is enough. The feeling comes from within you. And in yoga, there is no comparison, there is no competition. Those who practice yoga know that when you are doing, say, for example, a forward bend, you could make your forward bend easy by bending your knees, or you could make it extremely challenging by keeping your knees absolutely straight, by keeping your lower back also straight. So it depends on your journey, it's your journey, and that determines how fit you are, and whatever level you are at, it's completely fine. Your best is enough, and if you have that feeling in your heart, you would be able to deal with whatever life throws at you much more effectively, much more efficiently, with much more confidence. So that is the importance of physical workout. It impacts our quality of life in all the positive ways. You understand that it is not competition with someone else, but it is just your own journey towards becoming a better version of yourself. Last but not the least, well, second last slide in my presentation is there has to be a self-talk. To be able to work out, you have to motivate yourself. The motivation is, it is the purest form of me time. So those, don't we always script that we don't have enough time for ourselves? We want to go away on a mountain trek or go to a wellness retreat because we want some me time. Well, physical exercise is the purest form of me time because it is only you, your body, a pair of dumbbells, or a yoga mat, and it's just you with yourself, with your thoughts, with your body. It is the purest form of me time. It is actually you maintaining, upgrading, and fine tuning your body in which your soul resides. There is a difference between body and soul, and the soul resides within the body. Why not keep it fighting fit and healthy all the time? It of course helps fight enemies inside you and outside you. It helps you look good, feel good. Have you ever seen, while everyone's body type is their own personal matter and no one else's, but I have seen that people who have a heavy build, many a times they have got such fantastic dressing sense that you feel like learning from them. And I have seen it many a times. And then there would be people with great physique but shabby dressing as well. So what I mean to say is that when you are working out, you may not have that six pack abs, but you feel good, and it comes out in every aspect of your life. And the self talk that helps me and might help you as well is that working out is me being with me loving me caring for me, and me becoming more and more aware of my body. When you stretch, you are literally stretching. You are not just stretching your body, you are stretching your limits, you are stretching your mind, you are expanding and growing and becoming stronger. So, ladies and gentlemen, physical exercise is crucial for ensuring a good quality of life. And finally, a quote by Shah Rukh Khan. Shah Rukh Khan once said that sports teaches us how to lose but not be losers. So the same holds true when we work out as well. Your goal was 100 push-ups. You were able to do 50 push-ups. That does not matter because you know that tomorrow you will be able to do 51 push-ups and slowly and steadily improve your limits, push your limits, and become stronger. Finally, the pyramid that highlights the importance of working out. It helps you combat stress, it helps you fight adversities, it helps you be independent in real sense. It is not money. What if your job goes today, you are fired by your employer, but do you have the physical fitness to go out there to 10 interviews, deliver them with positivity, and give yourself another chance? That depends on how physically fit you are. You are independent in real sense if you are working out, and of course it is a form of self-love, self-care, and it results in self-confidence. Finally, it affects all aspects of your life. It has an effect on your relationship, it has an effect on your mental well-being, physical well-being, it has an effect on the value you add to the world. So ladies and gentlemen, continue working out, find your reasons why physical workout is important for you. I hope this session motivated you to work out on a regular basis. It certainly, preparing for this session was a kind of reminder to me that I should continue working out in whichever way I can. With this, I'd like to end my presentation and hand the virtual stage to the general evaluator, Toastmaster Mohit.
Thank you, Toastmaster Diptendu. Let us give a huge round of applause for Diptendu for such an amazing session. So many learnings packed with a lot of insights. Thank you, Diptendu. And now we are on that last segment of this meeting, which is the differentiator for Toastmasters. And this is the evaluation segment. First, we will have the evaluations for the prepared speeches, followed by the tag team, and eventually the overall general evaluation report from me. So let me first call upon stage our timer of the day, Toastmaster Ravinder.
Evaluation section.
Oh, sorry. I'm a little lost here. Thanks, Ashish, reminding me that. Let me first call on stage our first evaluator. The first evaluator who is evaluating Toastmaster Deepti's speech is Toastmaster Nidhi. So can I request Toastmaster Nidhi to please come on the stage?
Yeah, hi Mohit. There is some network glitch. I won't be able to turn on the camera because if I turn it on, then it will consume more bandwidth and I will become inaudible. So I'll continue like this only with turning off camera. So I am Deepti's speech evaluator today. So Deepti, how are you feeling now? Excited? Curious? I think not at all. You are such an ace speaker, so you know what would be the result, what would be the feedback. When I heard about this speech title, I could very much relate with it. And I would like to share a small story with you. At that time, I was not a part of Toastmaster, and my husband was a part of Toastmaster. And there was a Toastmaster Diwali meeting, Diwali party, get together. And we were also invited with the family. I did not want to hear Toastmaster story because every weekend this was the trend of my house that my husband he would go to Toastmaster and he'll share with he will share his experiences that what happened at Toastmaster, what all topics were there to discuss, speeches and all. I wanted to get rid of this. I wanted a short break. I went to Toastmaster with him. I kept standing outside that I said that I'll join him once we go to the venue. So he agreed upon this. A couple of Toastmaster, he requested me to come. I said that no, I don't enjoy it because I was not the part of Toastmaster. Later to that, we went to venue, and my daughter, we both were very excited that we will play games because they were like that. We will have a good time. This is a Diwali get together. So I was in different kind of spree, the way you people are now because Diwali time is going on. And I was completely dumbstruck when their daughter said that I have a couple of games for you guys, and you will be very excited to know that what I have. And I curiously said that what? She brought a glass ball and it had a couple of slips. And you know what was there in slips? There were table topics, and she wanted us to pick the slip and speak on the table topic followed by evaluation. I was like, not again. And I was about to say that how Toastmasterish is that, but I controlled myself and I thought I took a deep dig and I thought that probably this is what they enjoy doing. And later to that, I joined the Toastmaster and I realized that they were right because Toastmaster meeting they will end up like Toastmaster sessions only, Toastmaster get-togethers. They'll end up like Toastmasters meeting only. So it was really a beautiful experience. So back to the topic. When I got to know that I am Deepti's speech evaluator, so I knew that I'm going to have a tough time because it is tough to evaluate your speech. You are such an amazing speaker. The moment you started the speech with expressions of mother-in-law and the way Chavi, through expressions, she responded, that was amazing. More I was listening to your speech, more I was feeling intact and intrigued to know more that what is going to happen next. Followed by Chavi's office experience, that how she felt when unintentionally, not in order to offend Chavi, her colleague asked her that you must be enjoying your lunch. This was completely out of negative intention, but she took it personally. And there also your expressions were saying, followed by tactics, that what tactics we can follow to fix such kind of situation where we are in the habit of taking things personally. The way you have crafted it, it is amazing. And after sharing your how Chavi felt in the starting, followed by how she could fix it following deliberation, intention, and get going, you were back to the board and you explained it from the scratch that how you were trapped in the same situation, how Rajesh unintentionally he commented something like how Toastmasterish is this, and how you pretended yourself from not being offended. And finally you won. So this was amazing crafting of speech. So many small incidents which held the audience attention, and I believe that not only I, everybody was enjoying listening to it. In such a short span, you share many stories, and every story had a learning. You started feeling somebody offended, then you share tactics, and again the complete story you cooked up, that how you handled the situation. And it is a great learning because nowadays I feel that people they actually don't try to put themselves in the other people's shoes and they are ready to react. So it was amazing, and your expressions were apt, pause were there, and whenever there were dual characters, You handled them very nicely, and everything was so perfect, Deepti. And when it comes to so many commendations are there. When it comes to recommendations, so I believe that the way everybody is, Deepti is also in shopping spree, enjoying spree, and household chores spree due to the Diwali. So actually, I really don't have any recommendation for you. It was end to end completely nice staged story. So thank you so much, all of you. A very happy Diwali. Have a very good time. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Toastmaster Nidhi. It was a good evaluation. However, I would encourage you and perhaps the other evaluators to be succinct and to the point, so that we can make the most of the time. And we would look forward to hearing a little bit more about your story, Nidhi, as a speech which you were sharing, which you resonated with from Deepti's. But thank you so much. Let's move along to our next evaluator. Our next evaluator is Toastmaster Charu for evaluating Toastmaster Mehek's speech. So let's welcome on stage Toastmaster Charu.
Hello, everyone. Well, I loved Mehak's speech. It was filled with energy from the word go. Very interesting introduction about how speaker felt about the people posting on social media. The speech was very well articulated, good voice modulation, and gave insights about the speaker's journey, efforts, and lessons learned. The focal point of the speech was stress on emotions, which stories evoke, and connect and bond we build with the audience. I feel it would have been a little more, it would have been good if a little more emotions could be incorporated by the manner of delivery or words. So that would make the speech, already good speech, more impactful. Having said that, the speech had awesome similes like slow cooked meal, blending of flavors, which which we all can relate to and can get the feel and impact of the words used. Quotes like social media marketing is 10% product and 90% storytelling. They were also very impactful. The climax was wonderful. It was the strength of the entire speech. Very well done there. My key takeaways from the speech were that if you can really perform well if you understand and believe in the purpose of what you are doing, and also be open to learning along the way. Another key takeaway was about the impact of feelings, how feelings can make and mar your word, and we should be very cautious about what words we use and how feelings can build lives, motivate people, because as they say, people may forget what you say, people may forget what you do, but people would never forget how you made them feel. So with that note, I really congratulate Mehak for having delivered a wonderful speech, which really was true to its purpose. The purpose was about speaking their experience on social media. Thank you.
Huge round of applause for Charu. Thank you, Charu. Charu followed an approach which we call CRC, commendation, recommendation, and end with a summary and commendation once again. So thank you, Charu, for your evaluation. Let me call on stage the next evaluator. Next evaluator is Toastmaster Chintan, who's evaluating Toastmaster Neetu's speech. Let's welcome Toastmaster Chintan on the stage.
Good afternoon, fellow Toastmasters, dear guests, and especially Toastmaster Neetu. Goal of communication is not to convey or just to say, but it's about to connect. It's about connection. What a wonderful message that you had crafted throughout your speech, which delivered in a storytelling way. What I love, Toastmaster Neetu, from your speech, you completely did justice to your project purpose. You stayed on the purpose of communication styles. You sprinkled the styles of communication in a way that was not overwhelming, but it did perfect justice. Second thing which I loved, as I told, the storytelling approach, starting with have you question. That's the way to open a speech. When audience starts to lean in that what's coming next. Wonderful job while opening the speech and entire storytelling throughout the speech. The third thing which I loved was your command on the language and the way you played the pitch of your voice. The pitch variation was observed when you say awkward, tense moments. And then when you said she came in with excitement, the pitch variation was visible. Well done. As well as I loved how you repeated the title and sprinkled in entire speech. And that is something some of the speakers miss, but you did not. You selected the title, which was curious, which was something not revealing, but making us intrigued. And then you sprinkled at different places of the speech. Now, one thing I want to suggest, or rather, three things I want to suggest. First, you did not stand up and deliver your speech. You were sitting. Although your hand gestures were perfectly visible, you set the camera angle in a way that your torso was visible, but you had an opportunity to do role play. You had an opportunity to move on the stage, and that would have made great impact on the speech. A minor thing here while sitting and delivering, I don't know whether it's true or not, but it made an impression that you were looking at the laptop or a screen to read out the speech. So if you are standing, it would not give such false impression. It's perfectly fine if you have the pointers written, but when someone sees your retina moving from left to right, like reading, it gives not so great impression. Second thing, you played with your pitch very well. I recommend you to play with the pause. Your speech was at the same speed. Even though when you asked everyone to type in the chat message, you did not pause. You did not acknowledge one chat message which was typed by someone in the meeting. So take a breath, allow the audience members to grasp what you said, and that will allow you also to be in the relaxed state. Overall, a wonderful speech delivered with commanding language, with so much enthusiasm, storytelling, and delivered doing justice to the project purpose. I wish you all the very best, and back to you, Mr. General Evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Chintan. So, someone once asked me, what's the point of sharing the commendations when we are here to learn and grow? Only recommendations should be the focus. But Toastmasters Chintan evaluation tells us that why commendation first is important, because if you noticed Neetu's smile, she was ecstatic when by the time the green card was shown, it was all about positive things from the speech. And that's when you hold the person's hand and take them to a place where they can be even better. And that's where recommendations come in. And then he concluded with a summary. So thank you, Toastmaster Chintan, for demonstrating that, and wish you good luck in your journey. With that, we come to an end for the prepared speeches evaluation. And now it's time for my tag team players to come forward and share their reports. Let me first call on stage our timer of the day, someone who's debuting in the role, Toastmaster Ravinder.
Yeah, thanks, Toastmaster Mohit. Earlier it was looking like very easy job just to look the watch and flash the card. But it's not easy, because sometimes you may distract from what you are doing. But I didn't miss it, even it was my first time. So first of all, for Toastmaster Deepti, she utilized very wisely the grace 30 seconds. She finished her speech 7 minutes 29 seconds. So well done, Deepti. Second, Mehak. Mehak also fully utilized the grace period and she completed 7 minutes 20 seconds. But yes, I think Neetu crossed the grace time also, 30 seconds. She took 5 seconds more. So the total timing is 7 minutes 35 seconds. Okay, next we go to our table topic speakers. Everyone finished within the time. For Sweta, it was 2 minutes 10 seconds. For Seema, it was 1 minute 45 seconds. For Shikha, it was 1 minute 36 seconds. Sachin, 1 minute 38 seconds. And again, our Mr. Chintan, who is experienced person how to utilize the full 30 seconds when you are speaking. So the total timing is 2 minutes 30 seconds. Okay, so next for the general evaluators. So I think Nidhi speak like she is a prepared speaker. So she took 5 minutes 10 seconds. And Charu's timing was again 2 minutes 13 seconds. And while evaluating, Chintan crossed 1 second. It's 3 minutes and 31 seconds. So that's all my report. I think this need to fall under disqualify for this prepared speeches. So I think it's on general evaluator. So this all is my report. Any questions? I'm happy to answer.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ravinder. I have to say that you are performing like you are a pro at the role, even though you are debuting. So thank you so much for the meticulous evaluation right from the beginning till your final report. Particularly loved how meticulously you were sharing the cards every time the time was turning towards green, yellow, and red. Was a near perfect role, and wish you the best in your journey ahead. And with that, let me call on stage our AHA counter of the day, who is Toastmaster Umesh. Over to you, Umesh.
Good afternoon, everyone. It's time for me to share my report. I hope you can see my screen. So
Yes.
coming to the counter report, first we have our speaker as well as Sajid Toastmaster Dipti. He used 1 hour and 2 repeating words. Secondly is Toastmaster Mohit. He used 1 word that falls in the other category. And if you want to know, I can write it on your personal chat. Then is Toastmaster Mehak. She used 1 hour, 1 so, and 1 other word. Toastmaster Ashish, due to some internet connection, I was not able to note down. Sorry for that. And Toastmaster Ragini, she used 3 hour, 1 well. Toastmaster Deeptendu, 1 hour, 1 so, 1 word. Toastmaster Ravind, 2 hour, 1 and 1 other word. Next is Toastmaster Neetu. She used 2 well, like, repeat, and 1 repeating one. Then is Toastmaster Shweta. She used 2 hours, 1 Toastmaster Seema, 3 arms, 1 and I think yeah. Then is Toastmaster Shika. She used 2 hours, and potential Toastmaster Sachin. He used 3 hour, 1 hour, and 1 other repeating word. Toastmaster Nidhi. She used 2 hour, 1 and 1 other word. Toastmaster Charu. She used 2 hour, 1 and 1 other repeating word. And Toastmaster Chintan, he used so and once. That's all from my side. I hope you all will bite the bullet in the next meeting. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Umesh. That was such an innovative way of presenting that teaches us a lot about how we can use this Zoom magic to make our reports even more enticing. So thank you for that. One sort of recommendation for you is that the report is visible to the audience. So maybe you can just have everybody look at their timings and focus on drawing the trends or the themes and then commenting upon certain aspects which can help us all. So some food for thought for you there. Okay, and with that, let me move to our grammarian of the day, who is Toastmaster Ashish. Welcome, Ashish.
Thank you, General Evaluator Toastmaster Mohit. Sports teaches us to lose, but not to be a loser. Diptendu shared this amazing quote with us, but I have a bad news for all of you. I lost my job today, and I am open to work, as they say in LinkedIn terms. Hold on, see my report, and then I'll tell you why I am saying so. Firstly, the good usages of word, venting out, said by Shikha. Diptendu, blowing off the steam, risk of sounding redundant, turning hostile. Quite a few of his speakers turned hostile. Keeping your head calm even while people are turning hostile. Raring to go, working out, as they say, it's never too late to work out. Dipti used the how Toastmasterish is that. Her title was quite a treat. Dig deeper and the detail of dig as deliberate intention and being grounded. Judge others by behavior and us ourselves by intentions. Retorted, turned tables. Mehek used paradise of earth, talking about Goa, my favorite place. Neetu used idealistic, let's not box ourselves. Seema used in her table topic lot of panache, blessing from the universe. Shikha used impromptu project, not envisaging, biting the bullet and making it happen. That was quite a nice use. And Chintan used in his table topic number of great words: living proof, jumping into the river with head first, took the challenge head on, call it madness or genius. I'll call it genius. Charu used focal point of speech. People would never forget how you made them feel. That was such a nice usage. Again, Chintan in his evaluation used goal is about the connection. Sprinkled, he used quite a number of times, and it's a nice usage of the word. Nidhi used explaining things from scratch, putting themselves into other shoes. And Mohit used this amazing word called succinct. This pronunciation itself is a little bit tricky, so very nicely used. Ragini used I am okay, I've not taken a note of it. Now coming to the idiom of the day and word of the day, very, very heavily used by all of you. Diptendu, Neetu, Shikha, Umesh used idiom of the day, and Ragini was number one using it twice. Word of the day used by Charu, Nidhi, Mohit, and pardon me in case I missed out something. But coming back, why I am saying I lost my job? Because I did not note even a single improvement point in this meeting. I did not do nitpicking as my nature is, but mind you, it was really, really tough picking up any improvement point. So I don't have a job anymore. Any one of you have for me, please give. Back to you, General Evaluator.
Huge round of applause for Toastmaster Ashish. He's taught us what is known as the hook, where he said, I have lost my job. So we are all hooked to listening what makes him feel that he's lost his job. And then he circles back to it at the end. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Ashish. And with that, we come to the point where I will be sharing the overall meeting evaluation. So we started a couple of minutes late. We started at 10:33. Some of the role players were still to be filled when we started the meeting. However, the moment we started, Toastmaster Deepthi brings in such a fresh energy and a relatable thing. It may not be a remarkable story, but it was a relatable story when she said that I always find it difficult when I have to step out for exercising. So the thing that I appreciate a lot about the Sergeant at Arms Deepthi is that she makes it relatable, which is more important than remarkable. So thank you, Deepthi. With that, we moved on to the presiding officer, and I hope I did the justice to my role. I tried to invite all the guests so that they could speak, and then I also went on to talking a little bit about the theme, and I appreciated new joiner Ravinder. So I look forward to any feedback that you have for me. But moving along, then we had the Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Diptendu. Now it is said that in a good communication, there are four aspects. One is content, and our Toastmaster of the day mastered at that. He had such amazing content. There's no shortage of information in the world that we live in today, but to draw out the insights from all that we have around is what Diptendu told us. The second aspect is presentation, which is another thing that Diptendu excelled at. The third aspect of communication is the uh, the feedback or the getting the audience to be with you. And there were so many activities, so many points where he was asking questions, he was sharing snaps which they say like picture speaks 1,000 words. So he did justice to bringing the audience together as well. He knew the audience. And then last of all, the feedback. So he gathered the feedback from everyone. So thank you, Toastmaster Diptendu. It was a very commonplace topic, but it was done in a way which made it exceptionally well. So congratulations, Toastmaster of the day. You taught us a lot in the process. Then moving along, our table topics master, Toastmaster Ragini, she picked up the role impromptu, and she brought in such amazing topics which were all to do with how Toastmasters and the Toastmasters meetings help us, and how we relate with that, how it helps us grow. So a set of very relatable topics. And the other important thing that Ragini did is she brought in people from all the different sides, experienced Toastmasters from other clubs, and guests who are new to Toastmasters. And she also adjusts the topics accordingly. So thank you, Toastmaster Ragini, for that. I've already shared my evaluation for the tag team players and the evaluators. So overall, I would like to conclude by saying that this was a meeting where there was a lot of audience participation. There was a lot of feeling that we value the audience and we prepare for the roles. All the role players demonstrated that they were prepared for bringing and adding value to the audience. And if there is one thing that we need to improve upon, is it's already 12:40 p.m. So we need to be succinct, which was a word highlighted by our grammarian. So we need to be on the point so that we can finish the meeting by 12:30. That's all I have for you as the general evaluator for the day. And unless our Toastmaster of the day has anything else to add, I would like to straight away go on to the presiding officer hat. I'll wear that hat and like to conclude the meeting with some feedback and uh, hear from the new Toastmasters. We also will invite your votes for the best role players of the day. So the timer of the day mentioned that there were 2 disqualifications for the evaluations. Correct me if I'm wrong, Ravinder. Were those the only 2 disqualifications overall?
Yes, yes,
Thank,
Mohit.
thank you. So I would request audience to bear in mind that from the evaluator's perspective, we have only one um, uh, evaluator who's qualified. We value time, and this is how our Toastmasters meeting go. There would be contests, and therefore we must respect time. So one evaluator that you can vote for. By default, we would declare uh, her as the winner. And I would request Toastmaster Diptendu if you could come forward and gather some audience feedback while I share the voting link with everyone. That's okay.
Absolutely, Mohit. So let us have a round of feedback from those who attended today's meeting. I see that Celine and Satish were pretty much mute and had their videos off. But Celine, if you'd like to share your feedback for today's meeting.
Hi, good morning. This was very good experience. I have not been into Toastmaster for very long, so this is such a good experience to know how the agenda and everything is going on, and all the topics were very interesting and very informative. Thank you.
I'm glad you had a good time, Celine. Please keep attending our meetings as and when you can. And moving on to Satish. Satish, would you like to share your feedback for today's meeting? We can move on to Seema. Seema, it was nice having you today. What's your feedback for today's meeting?
Well, thank you so much, Diptendu. And I must say, a storyteller group is something I really look forward to every Sunday. Because trust you me, everybody, you make my day, rather make my Sunday effectful, impactful, and of course knowledgeable. And talking about the things which I really love, I must say one thing that every time whenever I join here, a lot to learn, a lot to add to my respective personality. And yes, today, if I talk specifically, I really love, as far as the speech is concerned, all of you, of course, if I talk about Deepti ma'am, then the way she narrates the story, ma'am, I must say you have very good command over it. Plus, you sound like teacher to me. I don't know why. And second one is, yes, Mehak, wow, what drama you have added to it. My God, I have seen you earlier also. And the change I am able to witness is like, my God, this girl is truly ruling the roast. And last but not the least, me too, solely pleasure to listen to you. So I must say all the speakers are truly profound, quite apt, and from my point of view, they have added a lot to me and they have made my Sunday. Along with that, I really love, all of you are quite insightful, quite seasoned, quite knowledgeable. I must say, wow. Chintan, Diptendu. Of course, it's always pleasure to listen to you. But I don't know why being so impactful, so knowledgeable, so everything you have, like you are pack of everything, but somewhere your energy is something, I don't know where it was. I didn't sense that energy which I had witnessed already when I have been to Toastmaster competitions also. So I think there was something, though you were guiding us for yoga, but I don't know where was that energy. But yes, otherwise, no doubt you are the master of your respective field, communication, that comes naturally to you. So I really need to learn a lot. And last but not the least, Mohit sir, always to learn whether I talk about your writing things or about delivering style. I really love your calmness. You sound to me like, so down to earth. And Ashish ji, my God, I love the way he, hooked the audience. Few seconds, an impactful performance. What beginning and what the way he added the humor, my God. That was something cherry on the cake. So all in all, it's always pleasure. Keep, enriching all of us. World really need contributors like you all. Thank you so much. Pleasure to be here.
Thank you so much, Seema. Thank you so much. Your words mean so much to all of us, and really, your feedback is very insightful. It fills us with confidence and positivity. Thank you. I'd like to hear from Sachin. Sachin, what was your feedback for today's meeting?
Uh, Yes, very great experience, I would say. I mean, this is my first online Toastmaster, experience, and really delightful. Um, the best part was learning about people, their eloquent style of speaking. You know, it was so delightful to listen to them. Also, people's storytelling style of approach was also breathtaking for me. So wonderful, beginning, I would say, and I'm looking forward, to be a part of it as long as possible. And yeah, keep learning from you guys and improving on the other hand. Thank you.
Wonderful, wonderful. Glad you had a good time, Sachin. Anyone else like to share their feedback?
Yeah, while we are gathering feedback, I also want to take a moment to share that I have mentioned the feedback link on the chat box. So would request timer if you can time for 1 minute for everybody to click on it and share their valuable feedback. Yeah, thanks.
Cool. So, Chintan, please go ahead.
I just want to say about announcement of the next meeting, and we already have Toastmaster of the day, so maybe we can take the roll call as we have got the momentum and the roles are filling fast. So if you want to give speeches or evaluations, kindly nominate. And over to you, Diptendu bhai.
Sure, yeah. This would be the perfect opportunity to take up roles for the next meeting as well. Thanks, Chintan. And one final feedback from anyone who would like to share their take on today's meeting. If not, then Mohit, can we move to the announcement of winners for today's meeting?
Sure. Just want to check once with the Toastmaster Ravinder. Is 1 minute done already?
All
I'm
right.
not
So
sure when we start the time for this. I missed this one. I was just listening the people.
Okay, no worries. We'll
that's
give
all
you
right.
10 seconds to just share if they haven't yet shared your feedback. Your feedback is valuable. It
Yeah. And of course, once Mohit announces the winners for today's meeting, let us hang around for a few minutes more, have a roll call for the next meeting, and then we can disperse. And one final thing, I just can't hold myself back from saying this. At this point in time, if your wife or mother or anyone in your home or your child asks you to go down and get a bottle of milk or a pizza or something from outside, and if you don't feel like, that means you're not fit. If you just can't get up from your seat and get yourself a glass of water right now, that means you're not fit. So those small household chores, if your body is not willing to get up from the seat, then please think about it. And with this, I'd like to now really get back to Toastmaster Mohit.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Kendu. Excellent tip there. And it is a little test for us how well we are doing on our fitness levels. Thank you. Okay, we have just 6 forms filled yet. There are more than 12 people in the meeting. So let's give it another 10 seconds and then we will add it up. So feel free to share if there's anything anybody would like to share at this time while I'm just consolidating the results. Can I, in the meanwhile, request some of our speakers to come forward and share their experience from today, how they prepared, how they felt, just a few words. Maybe start with Neetu.
Hello all. I have been here for quite a while, but there was a huge gap between my speeches, and I was glad that I came here. As you can see my eyes, I was very sleepy. I woke up late, but I couldn't afford missing this meeting. I had to give my next speech today itself. And it was so amazing. I really, really loved the role of the Toastmaster of the Day, Diptendu, because lazy person like me just got awake just by the idea of exercising, and it was very, very profound. I got few tips from him, and the last bit that you share right now, if you can't get up and get that glass of water, you are not fit. That's a very basic tick that you can check for yourself, that okay, I'm not fit, and you can work upon it. And yeah, I liked today's meeting a lot and looking forward to it. I'll be more regular from next week. Yeah, that's it from my side.
Great. Thank you, Neetu, for sharing that. All right, we have the results ready now. So without further ado, let's jump to the results for today. Audience has chosen as the best prepared speaker Toastmaster Deepti Sahani. Round of applause for Toastmaster Deepti. For the best table topic speaker, the vote goes to Toastmaster Chintan. Let's have a huge round of applause for Toastmaster Chintan. Where are you, Chintan? Okay, there you are. And for the best evaluator, it by default goes to Toastmaster Charu. Huge round of applause for Charu. And our best role player of the day, do I need to mention that? Toastmaster Diptendu Ahuja. Huge round of applause. The best auxiliary role player goes to Toastmaster Ashish. Round of applause for Ashish. And with that, we come to the end of yet another amazing meeting of Toastmasters. We'll stay along for a few more minutes for checking if anybody would like to pick up the roles for the next meeting. See you all next week. Thank you.
Cool. So roll call for the next meeting.